Well, welcome, ladies. It is Thursday night, and this is our 6th up AfterCare call. This is the last one. I know it's sad. It's like, yay, I get to see everybody, but I'm sad that it's the last one. So we can keep in touch through the Facebook page and make sure that everybody's doing okay. And hello, Miss Melissa. Thanks for joining us.
I'm trying to see this dark image.
And so I really would love to start off tonight by asking our new pilot how it feels to fly a plane.
It was the coolest thing ever. I was like, afterwards, I'm like, yes, I want to get a license. And I'm like, maybe I should finish my school first so that I don't get distracted. So on my list though, it was super easy. And then the cooler thing, I mean, it was all cool, but the cooler thing was Tuesday, I took off on that same runway in a commercial plane to go to Salt Lake City, and I was like, I actually did this on this very runway. I knew what the sounds were. I was like, I know what he's doing. It was really fun.
Wow.
So yeah, look down and see my hometown I was like, whoa, I'm flying this airplane. So yeah.
So was there any scary stuff?
The scary part was the fact that it was hard to keep it, when I was on the ground, it was hard to go straight. And so it was scary because it was, I guess, embarrassing, that whole, oh no, I'm not doing it perfectly and whatever. But actually, once you like pull up and you go, it's so peaceful and it was not scary at all. That's what I told someone. I think it was either David Wood or Denham Slade. I was talking to both of them and I told them it was really amazing how scary it wasn't. So. Yeah.
So you did the whole thing. You did the runway and the takeoff and the landing. You did the whole shebang. Wow.
Did not do all the little navigation, and then she steered it because I didn't know how to direct the plane, but I kept it level. So when you steer it, you have to steer with your feet and your hands to keep it level and to turn it. So anyway, I did all of that, but I just did what she told me to do, and then she ran the gears because I don't know what any of them meant yet. But I was still flying it. It was really fun. And she was there to help me if I messed up.
Right.
Yeah. I recommend it highly. The intro flight was only $60. It was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cheap.
I know.
You would think it would be like so much. So
I was really surprised.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have a pilot and a sailor.
Yeah.
And so what are you going to be learning how to sail? A big sailboat or?
No, they're little sailboats, so they're not like really huge. Well, I guess once we learn the little ones, then we can do the bigger ones.
Mm-hmm.
But they only hold like 6 people. They're not the bigger ones. So they're not like big, huge sailboats. But it's big enough I can take my kids out and take them fishing or, date night with my husband on the ocean. I don't know. Bring a picnic.
Sounds fantastic.
Go and maybe I'll go out there and journal. I don't know.
Right? It's awesome. Well, that's exciting. I'm such the non-water person that I'm always a little bit jealous of that. And I have to get over it.
Have to get over the jealousy or being the non-water person?
Both. I have to get over the puke part of it.
That's right.
Yeah. It's the actual physical puking part that I have to get over. But as long as the boat's moving, I'm good. But like as soon as you stop and then you go like this, like it's my tummy's not happy there.
Totally my husband.
It's bad.
Okay.
All right. Hello, Miss Cindy. So how are you, Miss Mary? What's happening with you? Let's do a check-in.
I'm good. I haven't done much, but I'm good.
You haven't done much as far as what?
As far as my heart work.
Aha.
Just have to, put it out there, be honest. I haven't done much.
That's okay.
Well, what
So,
does good mean? Explain good.
right?
I've just been much more upbeat, positive. I think part of it is just really looking forward to being in Arizona next month. But yeah, no, I've been just like happy and good.
To me, maybe you haven't done much, but you're being a lot, and that's the goal, right? So
Yeah.
being happy, being positive comes from some kind of effort. You might feel effortless, which is amazing, right?
Right.
Keeping your mind, even if you're focusing on your trip to Sedona next month, you're keeping your mind focused on positive, happy, feel good things that are helping you feel good in your life. So I wouldn't say that you haven't done much. You can say I haven't done much, but I'm being everything, and that's amazing. Good job.
Thank you.
I agree.
Awesome. Anything else?
I miss everybody.
Is there something you would like to add to your being that you know is coming?
Haven't really thought about it. I do want to get back to journaling. I've never been very consistent with it, and I would like to do that.
Why?
When we were in Colorado and I did that little bit of writing that I did, I was surprised at how good it felt. So I think that's why I would like to get back to it.
So do you think you're avoiding it for any reason?
It's just not been part of my habits, and I haven't set my mind to wanting to put that into a habit.
Okay, that's fair. Awesome. And when you're ready, then you'll just do it, right? When you're ready.
Yes.
Figuring out what will make you be ready, and whether or not it matters or not. If it doesn't matter to you enough to do the habit, then it's no big deal. But if it matters and you're not doing it, that's when it becomes a problem, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Thanks for being open.
Yes.
Honest. I love it. Anything else?
Nope.
Amazing.
Miss Melissa, how are you? Oh, we can't hear you. Hang on, let me unmute you. I'll do it. Are you driving? Let me do it.
Driving, but
Oh, there you go.
I
Okay.
just got off the plane in Arizona from being in Seattle and Poulsbo and on the Puget Sound, and so my husband and son are finishing dinner, and I just got in the car from the restaurant so I could make it well. So
Well, thank you for joining us.
so nobody's driving yet. So yeah, I had a great birthday week with my friend, twin from another mother, and it was really refreshing, and she's very like-minded, and her really stepped out of the box the last 5 years, and so that's really was great to be with her and share what we know together and have learned together. And we talked about being the top 5% together, that we really are twins from other mothers. It was really kind of fun that we do have a similar, lots of similarities in our going into the future. So it's very exciting. So I was really glad that even though I was gone 6 days, I was able to have a shake a day and go to the base and go swimming, made that a priority. And she's a personal trainer, so she has her own gym at her house. And so I got an hour with her alone, and then I got to be part of her group this morning. So I feel very great about that. So I didn't do much of that homework assignment, but I do love the assignment. I just didn't get to it because my husband and I were traveling all week together. Usually I'm traveling alone and I have plenty of time to do my own stuff, but wasn't the case here. So not to mention she had a grandbaby while we were there. That was really awesome. It was unexpected really early. So I want to do that. I'm really excited about writing to me in the next year and where I want to be when I see her next year for our birthdays again, you know, and it's going to be pretty steep hill, I think, but so,
Is she going to do it with you?
maybe. She's really coaching other women, so it's really awesome. I told her about the retreat, so I'm having her on the radar to join us. She's would be really a great addition to have participate and and grow in that. So I'm supposed to go swim tomorrow, get a wetsuit rental, on a lake day on Saturday. So
Awesome.
I'm excited. Lake day number 2. So
I love the way your face lights up when you say that.
Right.
it's really cool because I don't have confidence. For some reason, I have confidence, or I'm going for this because I believe I can do this. And there's other areas that really I struggle with doing. So as I'm doing this, it's like, well, if I can swim in a lake, I certainly should be able to call somebody on the phone. You know what I mean? So it's helping me in that mindset to do this. So I can do other things that for others are not challenging, but for me, for some reason in this part of my life, weren't challenging before, but are now. So.
It's the internal stuff a lot of the times that really is the hardest, right? And so the outside, the brothers, that's outside, and you learn to deal with that, the inside stuff. So whatever it is that's keeping you from making the calls. I wanted to point out that that is a real, like, legitimate, like, scientifically proven, empirically validated tool to use. Going from knowing that you've done that hard thing and transferring it to the new hard thing that you want to do, even if they're not related, like calling someone on the phone and swimming in a lake. Don't seem to have any similarity whatsoever, like they're not related. However, there's that intestinal fortitude that is common, and it's like, I did that, and really? Are you kidding me? And I can't pick up the phone, right? And then it's working on the skills, and it will feel just as scary, but you'll be coming from a place of a win and a celebration, and it does something for your psyche that's really powerful. So kudos to you for doing all that you're doing and for seeing that on your own. Like, I can go, you know, from one magnificent win to the next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I hope so. And that's what I'm looking for. Is that change in my brain
Do
coming?
you know what it is when you go to make a call that stops you? Just curious.
I think I'm working on it. It's like what to say first, and I think like everybody, I'm here because of my kids. I'm gonna go. My husband, my child. I'm gonna get in the back seat. But I think that I just I've suffered with the friendships and the no's and the family and the expectation that they want me to sell them something, and I really am determined to not. That's why I said I want to start again with people that just know me and then my new identity, basically. You know what I'm saying? Can you see me? Oh, that was just a fire drill, by the way.
To get out and run around the car.
Yeah, right. I just went from the driver's seat to the Okay, so anyway, so you know what I'm saying? It's like this
Rejection piece of it, you know, not knowing what to say will make it feel like failure, or, you know, and then what if they reject my answer or whatever. You remember at UAA, right? And what did
right, exactly. Celebrate the no, jump up and down. Woo-woo. Yep.
so it's a similar thing. You take that celebration feel of, oh my goodness, I was like out on the lake the longest of anybody on my very first lake swim. I am pretty awesome. Take that celebration feeling to the celebration of the no's and like bring it, you know? So
Right. Truly. Sorry, now I'm really dark back here, so I don't know how to turn on the light because I've never sitting in my own back seat.
yeah.
You're okay.
Right.
You sure they can see you.
That's fine.
So
That's what matters more.
that's good.
Anything else you want to share?
I really miss you guys too. I just hate that we're done,
Yeah.
but we get
We're
it.
still on Facebook. That's the cool thing about this global world is we can still tune in and check in, and
Yeah.
we can what do they call it? We can creep on people from behind the scenes, or we can like be out loud and say, "Hey, Melissa,
Yeah.
what for you?"
Yeah, I'll be probably chiming in and asking for some time, calling you.
Good, do it.
But, yeah, it'll be great to see those of us at NYKO. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Awesome. And then we should have a party in Hawaii. I don't remember which island. I was going to say Maui again. That's not where you are. The big island. Oahu? Yeah. Awesome. All right. Thanks, Melissa.
Thank you, ladies, so much for all this. Has been really a great part of my life.
Thank you. Cindy,
Cindy.
how are you, sister?
Hi, I'm great.
Good.
I'm great. I just came back from 4 days to Oakhurst area with Carrie's husband and Malcolm and the group from Oakhurst and Fresno and Lenny Evans. And so it's always exciting being with everybody and just getting to hear the amazing presentations and meet the people, and just really excited with the future, with the change and how we're focusing on this Forever Pack. And so that's just given me a new vision and hope for just the future growth and the new, just what I'm going to be presenting, because I've been trying to figure out here in Yucca Valley, putting together a presentation. I have one, but it's long and I want to concise, smaller, more concise. And so this is perfect, so I'm just trying to, in my mind, think about how and when and where and how often, but I want to really get in the new year being intentional on income producing activities, to help grow my business. So this last week I did do, I think it was 3 or 4 lives. And so one of them I didn't keep on there because it was a flop, but the other 2 I left on.
So how is that feeling doing the lives?
Before them, I'm nervous, but once, because of what I've talked about has been easy to talk about. Actually, I think I've done 4. That's right, because I forgot about the other one I did. They were the ones that I knew exactly what to say and how to present it, because it was kind of like if you're doing an essay on how to, the bulletproof coffee and then the shake on what I'm doing with this Pro Edge Challenge. And so that was easy to talk about, and I felt comfortable once I was on there. And looking back on it, I looked at it, I thought, yeah, only thing is that was long, they're about 10 to 12 minutes long. And so I know I need to keep them like 3 minutes, for videos in the future for long-term, videos going on. But I did what you said, and I did it for me and not for the audience. This wasn't, I don't care if people listened to it or watched it. I did it because I needed to do it. And so whether it was right or wrong on how long it was, it felt good to just do it.
You know what? I know it needs to be 3 minutes. Who says? I mean, yeah, the gurus will say that, but I was just looking at your video. So you have 147 views, and you have 12 comments, and all likes and stuff. And not that matters. However, it was 13 minutes long. So 147 people watched it, or at least checked it out, and that there was engagement because there's 12 comments.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, sometimes 3-minute video is great. Sometimes a 13-minute video is great. You're good and articulate, and you're easy to understand, and so you're engaging, and and that's what matters. And doing it because it feels good for you, like Jojo said, do it for you, and you'll find that. And you'll find that there will be times when you're gonna feel like you completely flopped it.
Mm-hmm.
You said, and you deleted the one. I have a question. How long did you wait until you deleted it?
I didn't even post it. It's like you do it, then you can share it or not share it. I didn't share it.
That makes sense, and that's fine. It's fine. What I would challenge you to do, however, how do you know it was a flop?
Because I was actually doing another one of the ideas that JoJo had for me on talking about home health stuff, and so I was talking on pain management, and I wanted to bring my daughter in because she's had chronic pain issues, and we were having a hard time, where you can share, where somebody can come in, and it wasn't working. So I was getting discombobulated, or whatever the word is. I was losing my train of thought, and my printer wasn't working, and I had some notes, and so I was trying to look on the computer and talk at the same time, so I wasn't as organized and prepared for all the information that I wanted to share. So I was finding myself going, just a minute, and and it was just a flop. And so I was glad there was only like 3 people watching at the time that I did it, and I was just like, oh my goodness, goodbye, you guys. I'll talk to you later. And then afterwards, I didn't do one for a couple of days because I felt like, But then I went on and did another one, and it was successful. The second one I did on the whole Pro Edge challenge and then doing the shake and telling people how to do all that and everything. So that was good.
Cool. What I would love to see for you, because I know you like to be prepared, and the comforts in the preparation. And there's nothing wrong with being prepared. I mean, it's very professional. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. And the discomfort of not being prepared is a beautiful opportunity for you.
Yeah.
There will be times when you'll be asked to share something, or something your heart will be saying you've got to speak, and you're not going to be prepared. And you will find, or other people will find, and then tell you, that's probably when you're the most effective, the most magic, because it's coming from your heart.
Mm-hmm.
So if I would challenge you, if that happens again, and what I wish could have happened with that video is either, not posting it, but saving it on your phone and going back and watching it again several times, and watching only for the amazing things about it in the midst of all the flop, and not allowing yourself to focus on anything that was wrong, not allowing yourself to be critical with any part of it, just finding 4 things that you love about it, about every single video that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And it may be a good practice for you to just put on your phone on video, not Facebook Live. Well, keep doing your lives, keep doing them. And maybe just give yourself a timer, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and just record yourself speaking from your heart with no preparation. And then go back and watch it. Go back and watch it and tell yourself 4 things that you loved about it. 0 criticism whatsoever. And do that until you'll feel a change. You'll be awake. You'll always probably still be nervous. Nervous is normal, and nervous is good, actually, because it keeps us on our toes, right?
Yeah.
And you'll find yourself like being in love with, you can't wait till you do your next video. It's weird. It's like, oh, I'm scared and I'm so excited, and I don't know, you'll feel something. So I would really love to see you add that to, and I don't want to, pressure you, especially the holidays. I just feel like that would be a really good exercise for you.
Okay.
And in the meantime, until you do your, videos like that, go and watch the ones you have posted, the ones you still have, and find 4 things that you love about each one of them.
Okay.
Solidify in your brain that I'm amazing at this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. And the only other thing I want to share is that I really feel that this, I wanted to share a little bit, this Pro Edge challenge that I'm doing with, it's a Susan Sly team. Have you heard of it? No? Yeah. So it's everybody out there in the keto world doing keto programs. It's like that, but we're not supposed to say it's keto. It's a high protein, high healthy fats, low carbs. And what it has done for me is the first time in my life, I feel like I have control over my foods and I have no cravings for sweets. And I could have never, ever passed up the brownies that are sitting on the counter for 2 days that my daughter made. And I don't even crave them at all. So when you take out the carbs out of your diet, you just lose the cravings for those kind of things. And no matter what diet or what, what things I've done in the past, I still would eat the pie or would eat the cake or the cookies and, never passed them up. And so that has been awesome to me, to feel like I have control over my sweet tooth that I don't have it anymore. So yeah, it's been great. Yeah. And so I've with Isogenics, I lost 14 pounds in the beginning, went from a 12 to an 8. And I'd say in the past year, I've kind of gone up about 5 pounds and stuck at that 153 where I had been prior for years before I had gained the weight during menopause. And so I went back to the 153 and now back down to 47, 48. And for me, it's just knowing that I can do it and I have control over that. I've been working out. I set a commitment to work out at the gym 4 to 5 days a week, and so I have stuck with that commitment of being at the gym. And so just noticing the changes when I do that. The only thing right now that I'm having challenges over is I want to get up earlier, and I used to be an early riser, and for some reason since I moved here and I'm not working, I still get up around 7, but I really want to get up earlier, like before, like when my husband's alarm goes off at 6, I want to jump out of bed, or earlier than that, like 5:30, because I feel like I need more quiet time before the sun comes up, kind of, to get some important things done, with healthy mind and body, and working out, and doing my devotions and things like that before I get busy with the other things in the day. So just my morning routine needs to be a little, I don't know, I just feel like I think it's that not working and trying to figure out my day and being home. And if I don't start it the way I want it, then I just find myself scattered through the day and not getting done anything that I want to get done. I don't know if anybody else struggles with that, but it's really a problem for me. So many days I'm so disappointed in myself. Like, how come you didn't get done these things that you needed to get done? So, yeah.
I have a lot I could say about that. I would say, give yourself some space. And when you can turn the word I need to into I choose to, and really mean
Yeah.
it, when you're ready, and forgetting about all of the things you didn't do and just remembering why you want to do it and focusing on that.
Yeah.
And I find that a lot of times when we are distracted, it's because we're avoiding.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say I find a lot of times when I am distracted from my schedule, it's because I'm avoiding the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm afraid of the goal.
Mm.
So that might be something to, think about, journal about, or whatever. But you'll settle into it, once you really understand and realize why you want to get up, more than just I want to because I need more. Da da da.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get up early because I seriously choose that, and I choose that because you'll get there. You've gone through a lot of changes and you've been doing a lot, and so the allowing the process and just really celebrating yourself, allowing yourself to have time to take a bubble bath and enjoy a hot chocolate while you do
Mm-hmm.
is also, well, not hot chocolate, and your challenge, your whatever it's called, cacao. Have your non-carb hot chocolate. But anyway, just allowing yourself the privilege of enjoying the journey as well, and knowing that the next step will come up when you're ready for it is a beautiful.
And I actually would like to bring up something with you girls and get your opinion. I've been having thoughts of going back per diem to nursing, even though I've already said, I'm retired. And when I brought this up to Dave, of course, he is totally against it. And it's like him becoming, quitting as a mechanic. And then he had thoughts of going back right away. And that he said that's just my, the deception going through my mind because my identity is in my nursing. And it's like I want to revert back to that. And so I really feel like getting out of the house a couple of days a week and over to a different area, maybe Palm Springs. I'll be meeting more people, involved in more of also what I love to do. And I'm not sure. I don't want to do the same kind because I don't want to get back in that rut of all the home health nursing. So I don't want to do that. So plus financially, right now we could really use it. We could really use the extra money, with, I don't want to, I know that my business is moving forward in the future, but there has been some setbacks and, income is less. And so I my husband hasn't said it, and he hasn't asked me to go back to work. But I can just, I don't know, I feel that it could be beneficial. But I also think, well, could that harm my business because of my goals and what I'm looking forward for the future in January, February, March, as we move on, and just keeping focused with the business, and what does that look like full time, and what could the action steps I actually need to put in. And I don't know, so I see how that would be better, just to keep focused there and just be patient, with the income and trust that everything is going to work out. So I keep going through this over and over in my head, and I think it's just that whole identity thing of being a nurse, but not doing the things I need to do to be full-time network marketing and make my business, move forward quicker. There's just a lot of struggles going on with that.
What are the main reasons that you feel like you want to go back? Is it money? Is it that you miss the service? What is?
I think last month and this month, because of so many things we've had to help even with our kids with financially, like the middle of the month, we're out of money, and we're having to borrow here, and do this here and this, even though he's making more money, I don't have my income coming in anymore, which is a couple $1,000s a month. And all of my Isogenics practically is put back into the business, goes for paying for all of our Isogenics products and all of the tools. And I have several different tools, things that I've been invested in, even, just different things, and helping other people get to conferences and all, going to your retreat, going to UIA, and all the travel and the plane tickets, and now tickets for, and even buying for other people to go. And, so I spent all of my Isogenics money all the time on putting it back into product and the business.
I would suggest that I wouldn't make a decision quickly just because of who you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Dave is one who, he just bam, jumps to conclusion, and that's who he is, right? He just bam. And you need to process, and you need to process inside, and then you need to talk it out with somebody. That's just who you are. But just really, considering, maybe spend a day like imagining that you are going to go back and do it, and then pay attention to how it feels, and just pretend like you are going back, and write down all the positive things about it, write down all of the resistance that you might feel, and then do the opposite. Imagine that you're going to actually earn that extra $2,000 a month in Isogenics, and you're going to do it by March of whatever, and then picture what would that mean that I'm doing, and how does that feel, and how does, because maybe it is a part of your identity, and there's nothing wrong with that if it's a part of your identity that you love. Mm-hmm. Mechanic and Isogenics is different as far than, they're completely opposite of each other. Nursing and Isogenics could go really hand in hand really well. I mean, anything can go hand in hand with it. And it was also not who he wanted to be, really, but do you want to be a nurse still? And just really pay attention, ask yourself those questions. Ask yourself those
that's
questions.
a good idea.
And I wouldn't ask anybody's opinion. But you will get to a point where you're going to want to process with somebody, because you're an internal and then an external processor. So you need to allow the process for you, and not worry about anybody else's timeline, or, you have time.
I would like to ask a question.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you said, my husband hasn't said anything, but I feel that you didn't finish that thought. And so my question is, are you feeling that he's thinking that, but he hasn't said it? And so you kind of have this assumption going on that that's something that he is not saying to you?
I don't know. He doesn't give me the feeling that he doesn't. I guess I'm just thinking and wondering if he's thinking that, or wishing that I know that he really wants this business for me. And we're always talking about, who did you talk to today? And he's always very curious, and he's very supportive, and he's wanting to support me and, move me forward.
Have you asked him?
I haven't. It's been something I've been processing in my mind for probably about a week now.
That is a place where I wouldn't ask him, I wouldn't necessarily ask his opinion on what you should do. But if you're wondering how he's feeling and wondering if he's wondering, that's something that needs to be over.
Okay.
Isn't helping, and you will continue to create stories in your mind, and you will make your decision based on that.
Mm-hmm.
You and it's going to be scary. If you allow yourself to ask him, can I just ask you a question? Do you wish I would go back to work? Do you wish I was contributing more income to our income? Ask him, and then he'll tell you, and then you'll be able to stop the assumptions and go off of what he really says.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's hard to do.
Which is why I asked, because I thought
And
maybe
I
you're
think
making up
also, for me, being home all day, I haven't been home all day like this. Besides, I do get myself out meeting people, and it's a process that I'm trying to be okay with. That going out and meeting people, developing relationships, that's part of building my business. And I was talking to Dave about that too. Is that I feel impatient, with the progress, with meeting people, but at the same time, I don't want to rush things and feel like the girl that's out there selling isogenics that people are going to know me is that. I want to be, helping people along the way as I'm getting to know them, building the relationships. It's the Michael Oliver non-selling approach, that it's me, it's who I am. I'm not someone who's, I'm not, how they talk about numbers, and I believe in numbers. You've got to talk to a lot of people, out of 1,000, you might get 300. Out of those 300, Dave MacArthur found one. Some people will find 5, major people that will be actively doing it. But for me, you should be able to develop relationships and get higher numbers if you do it that way. Like, to me, it's more quality, I guess, than quantity in some ways. So
I would love to have a conversation about this. We can
Okay.
here too, just because there's so many dynamics and beliefs, that can be investigated and looked at, and a lot of different directions. One of them that I will say, well, there's 2 I would say, is number 1, the quality of the relationship, as far as a relationship, and the numbers for building your business are not related. If somebody feels like if I make this relationship better, then they're going to do the business, that is actually us trying to control the situation and feeling like it's up to us to influence somebody else's decision. And my worth, my value, you're used to working, you're used to providing. And so that's, in a sense, I would imagine, been part of your worth, or your sense of your worth. Your identity and your worth. So now you're home, and you're changing your whole identity. Your worth, I imagine, and I could be wrong, but I imagine that it's a little bit in question. Like, what am I even contributing? Where's my worth? So I've got to go out and make these amazing relationships so that I can prove I'm worth it. When really, you can have a great relationship with somebody who doesn't want to build the business.
Oh, yeah.
You can, and so the numbers still play a part in it. And you can go and have not really that great of a relationship, and they're going to kill it in the business. We have tons of people like that in our business, like that we see, we enjoy them, we love them, but we don't talk to them that often, not because we don't like them, but because we're different creatures. And so they've been very essential to the business. So it's both. And so anyway, that's just some of the investigation, but it's like,
I would also like to add to that, if I can, that sometimes the relationship is built afterwards.
Yes.
It's not built before.
Jojo and I knew who she was for years. We didn't start having a relationship until, it hasn't been that long, I guess in 2012. End of 2012. So, that's beautiful.
Well, great things to think about, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah. And so I would, just the last thing is just to consider looking at why your worth is infinite no matter what you do. And just really focusing on, I'm worth it no matter, if I sit on the couch, I'm still just as valuable as if I go out and work, and you can still go out and work. But does that make sense?
And I'll be glad, call me, and I'll be glad to tell you about the time I went back to work.
Okay. I will.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, so good stuff. Thank you.
Denise, we talked to you for a minute before the call. We were just talking about voting, but what?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, Cindy, I know exactly how you feel, because as I'm listening to you say your story, that's exactly how I felt the last few weeks. And I went through the same scenario. And I finally had the conversation with my husband, actually after 2 weeks ago when I had my breakdown on here, I sat down with my husband because I was like, what do you really feel like? Because I had the same thing. I was a nurse. I provided all these years, and all of a sudden I didn't provide, and I could see if I work, I could help and provide, same thing. Financially, we'll get ahead faster, because business building is slower, and when I had the conversation with him, he was like, I don't expect you to work. I never felt like you needed to work. We agreed you were going to be home with the kids. And, and after we had that conversation, and I should have had this conversation 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's good.
After I had the conversation, I feel so much freer.
Yeah.
And I can actually, get out of my brain what I thought I would have to do. Because I always resort back, maybe I should go back to nursing. Maybe, same thing. So I could provide faster,
Mm-hmm.
get ahead quick, whatever. And since I had the conversation, I've just felt so much, all the stories are gone.
Good. Well, that encourages me. I'm going to have a conversation with my husband really soon.
All the stories are gone. It's out in the open. And he's excited about the things that I'm doing now, and I'm excited. I feel alive again and excited about what I'm putting into place to do. So I don't know. So anyway, I just want to say that. But
Amazing.
Thank you.
but I continued doing the my favorite thing about the last 24 hours. I've been doing that, continuing with that. I haven't started the other homework yet, but I'm excited to do it. I'm going to do all the things that we were told, asked to do last week. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and journal it all, but.
Nice.
This would be an ongoing thing, like before the end of the year. So because there's a lot to put into it. So don't feel like you had to have it like it needed to be done. Like it's not going to be done, right?
No, it's not going to be done. But as I was thinking about it, I was able to, I feel like I've got a plan for next year, and I feel really good about the plan I put together. And I feel like it's not like, it's going to push me, but not, it's going to push me, but in a way that I feel it's doable without taking me away from what I'm trying to create at home too. Does that make sense? And also in finding myself more and enjoying life more. And anyway, so.
Well, and make all that part of it. So when you see your year, when you go back and look at it, that's all part of it. It's not just the business or the new endeavor or it's the family, it's the life, it's the marriage, it's all of it rolled up into that little ball of wonderful that you see for yourself.
Yeah, it's and in both. It's a really amazing philosophy to live under. And if you ever find yourself either oring or batting or but, then change the words to and both, and just see what it does for your mindset first of all, and for your heart, like your stress level, and then actually engage in the and both as much as possible. It's really incredible.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's good. So just share with Carrie a little bit about what you did for your 24-hour journal, like how that was.
Oh yeah, I wasn't on this time.
No. Yeah. So well, I wrote down things that I've noticed about myself after doing this.
Oh, cool.
So I compiled kind of a thing that I've noticed about myself, and I shared some of it last week, but so I learned that I love interacting with people. if something comes up, I'm like, sure, I'll do that. I'll forget what I'm doing here. You know, I get to go be around people. But I do not enjoy it in the morning. I like to take that morning chunk and work out. I don't like working out with people in the morning. I absolutely hate it. And so I have stopped doing that, and I do my own workout routine.
Wow.
I just find it helps me get my day set better. But I've started doing Zumba at night with people. And I love it. I love going in the evening and hanging out and doing Zumba in the evening. So weird. I don't know.
That's awesome.
But yeah, and then I've started doing projects that have been sitting around for me to finish. And so just little projects. And as I complete projects, it just feels great to know that I've completed projects and that I can tackle projects without my husband's help. So I've done like putting shelves up on the wall and having him even and, you know, and stuff where I would never have done that without him helping, and I did it. So I can do things without my husband, I guess.
So you're celebrating too. And
Yeah.
it's like going the one magnificent win to the next, like we were saying with Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Fueling
Just doing little things right now, but
awesome.
I think a lot of my mindset before was my husband's good at this, but I'm not, you know? And so I'm trying to do things without him, without his help, so I can prove to myself, no, I am good at this too. And I can do things on my own without,
Yes.
I don't know.
That's incredible. And I would say the little things are the most magnificent of all, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's amazing. That's really amazing.
And I've realized I love music. I just absolutely love music. I stopped listening to music about 4 years ago and only listened to podcasts and only listened to audiobooks and only listened to, you know, I used to read for fun. And I love reading my, you know, personal development books, but I stopped doing just for a fun book, you know. And I stopped listening to music because I just wanted to fill my mind with, you know, things. And I've realized that that's hurt me.
Wow.
I need positive, fun music that lifts me up too. And so I've had a lot of Christmas music on, a lot of Greatest Showman songs playing, a lot of things that lift me up but are also fun and upbeat. And so now as I'm out doing stuff, I feel happier. I'm always humming a tune.
Amazing.
I think before I was just too, I don't know.
Shutting yourself off.
Uh-huh.
Something else that you're not, and you can never be, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can do, all of us, no matter what temperament we are, no matter our personality at all, we can all do the same things on the appearance, but the reason why we do them and how we do them is completely different, you know? So now you're doing the things that you've been doing already, but you're doing them with your own power. You're doing them by allowing yourself to be happy, to feel alive, by plugging into the music and plugging into the little wins and being with people and realizing that you want to get right with yourself first in the morning. I mean, it's the comfort and connection thing. I want to be emotionally and physically and family, home-wise, I want to be comfortable in all of those areas because that's going to allow me to connect on a more full level so I can go work out and do Zumba and not have to worry about anything else because I've already taken care of that. So it's that comfort and connection thing. It's amazing. I love it. I love hearing it. I love watching your eyes light up as you explain it. It's so fun.
I never would have gone to join a thing not knowing anybody there. Well, I did it for the retreat too. I knew you. And so that was new and scary and crazy. But to this overnight thing to go sailing, like I never would do something.
Wow.
But it was so much fun to hang out with all those women last night and just connect with them and get to know them and, you know, it was fun. I've never allowed myself to connect with other people because we move so much all the time. So I always just kind of stay in my shell and just deal with my family, you know, and it's fun to open up and start to get to know people.
That's amazing. And even if you move, or even when you move, you'll still have that connection, and you'll still. Oh, that's amazing. Good for you. Wow, my heart's like getting all happy. I love it. I love that.
And I love your hat, by the way.
Thank you.
It's adorable. All
You
good
guys are
stuff.
all incredible. Like, I'm sitting here at the verge of like tears just listening to you. It's just you're all so powerful, and you're coming so far. And I'm just like feeling all kinds of honored to be a part of this. It's really cool. And not just a part of this, like a part of your guys' lives, and like knowing that you're just a little message away.
Agreed. I agree with that.
We love you, Carrie. And Jojo. Mhm.
This has been amazing. I don't know. It's been a great program. Love it.
Mhm.
I Melissa, I have you muted, but you can unmute yourself on your side if you can do that, if you need to, or you want to add anything in. And I just want, so Carrie and I every year I take kids from my niece's school where she teaches that are underprivileged and are really struggling. And so we have 2 families this year that have 4 beautiful girls who would not be having a holiday season. So we're adopting them and taking care of their holiday because of you guys. So all of the aftercare investment that you all made, we're taking that and investing it into
Wonderful.
holiday. So
Very nice.
That's awesome. I
Awesome.
love that.
Awesome. I love that too. It's a great way to use the money.
paying it forward.
Mhm. Yeah. I hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful Christmas and New Year, and then it's going to be exciting to see all of you who are coming to NYKO.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yay.
does anybody have any questions in the heart work? Do you feel pretty clear on? There's no right or wrong, really. It's just, those are the questions and those are the pieces. You could add in or take away any of the components. So, because initially the 2019 letter was a letter of what's coming, but I really love to look at it as what's completed. So at the end of 2019, looking back and telling yourself all of the amazing things that happened over the year as it has completed. So it feels good to put it out there as already accomplished, already done. So I shifted around a little bit. It always comes to me in a certain way, and then I just kind of tweak it.
I like it, and I'm doing the number 3. I mean, I'm doing all of them, but number 4. I don't know. When I read through that, I got all excited about it. So I know that's a thing that I'm going to do.
So, and it definitely won't be done soon. But okay, so just so you guys know, we're going to have a vision action board party at my house on the 29th. So obviously you guys can't necessarily be at my house. Well, no, there's not really even anybody close enough except for Carrie, I think, to actually be here. But we are going to do it on a Zoom. So if anybody wants to do it from home and join in with us, then we'll do it Zoom. And
That's a great idea.
actually, somebody gave me the idea to do a pillowcase and take, the non-toxic like fabric markers. And so as we're building our 2019 vision, to take that vision and then transfer it in some way, whatever looks good to you, whether it's through images or drawings or words on the pillowcase, and then sleep on the pillowcase. So, it's always through osmosis of, like on the inside of your rings, it says I am enough. So that's touching your skin. That's, when we're doing cellular. So then you have little visions of sugar plums, right? I love it. So that as a thought, you could do on anything. It could be poster board, it could be anything, but I kind of thought the idea of the pillowcase was kind of unique and interesting.
It's cute. It's a
Have any ideas with vision boards? Like I find that when we get together and do vision boards, we put them on a big poster, but then I never want to put it up in the room anywhere. Like it just doesn't look right, So do you have any cute ways of putting your vision board where it can be hung or put in your office or?
We've made them big and taken pictures and then transferred the pictures over to other spaces where they're on it. So like maybe you take a big poster board and then condense it down to an 8x10 picture, and then you have the picture with you, so you can post the picture on your, put the picture on your screensaver, you can put the picture on your phone, have
That's
it
a
on
great
your
idea.
computer, and you can have it in all your cabinets, you can have it hanging on your wall, so it's all things that
Okay.
So Carrie's showing hers right now.
I have a few different things that I do. This one is a booklet that I can carry with me wherever I go. And it's just a piece of paper folded so that it's a booklet. And then I can also open it and put more on the inside, or it can be just a whole poster as well.
Oh, nice.
So I can get the pattern for that and post it. So it's kind of,
Okay.
I put it in my purse a lot, all the time. And my whole office, I'll just really quick show, like I've got my visions all over my office. And little reminders of things I've done, little power things that remind me of who I am. I have my pad on the floor. Can you guys still see though?
Yeah.
Okay. And then over here, I can't see it anymore because I dropped it, but I just have a magnet board that I switch out. And so it looks cute and it has little things on it that I switch out when I'm.
Where is that?
Let's see. Let me pull up my thing again so that when I dropped my mouse pad, it took you guys off my screen. So let me just get back to it. Right. Oh, it's kind of hard to see.
Oh, up there on top. Oh, okay.
My map, because it's a big part of it, but it's a decoration on my wall, and it's got little stick pins of where I want to go and whatever. And then next to it, it's just a magnet board with little tiny images of things.
One of those.
So, I mean, my whole office is made.
Well, then you could take a cork board and do really nice images of something, so you see it in images on the cork board. There's so many different options of, you could put it in an 8x10 and 11x14, stick it in a frame, in a pretty frame, and put it on the wall. So it's not just, a big huge poster board hanging on your wall. And in the cabinets, on the mirrors, it's all over the place. So
3x5 cards in your purse, whatever.
3x5, yeah, they're always in my purse, in my backpack, on my 3x5s everywhere. So yes, we have definitely kept the 3x5 company in business over the last 10 years for sure. We've done a lot. So it'll be fun to see everybody. So if you make one, we'd love to post it up in the Facebook page. And as you're finishing your vision for 2019, we'd love to see what everyone's coming up with, and be fun to see.
It always inspires me too. Like, I love that. I like to
Everybody has great ideas.
Yes.
Carrie, are you still doing Dare to Speak Your ISA Voice every Thursday too? Okay, because I haven't been on that in a while, so maybe.
The call today was really, the last few have been really like vulnerable level, like kind of, so you might want to
watch those.
Stuff. Yeah, some real.
Okay.
I was just going to say, Denise, you don't have to join Isogenics, but I think you should come to our events anyways. Come to NYKO.
Yeah.
NYKO?
Yeah, you'll learn a lot and you'll get to hang out with us. We'll get to hang out with you.
Cool.
Yeah.
What is that? Is it like a university? What is it?
Phoenix.
It's January. I mean, it's in January. It's in Phoenix. It's a New Year's kickoff for the business, but we learn all kinds. Mostly have fun.
Awesome.
Mhm.
So think about that. I might have to use your Isogenics product. My son just told us he's getting married in May.
Ah,
So I'm like, I got 20 pounds I got to drop before the wedding.
Okay, well, we
Yay.
are friends for sure. That's exciting. So, is it the girl I met?
Julia, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. Awesome. That's
So I'll be in St. George in May.
rock on. That's cool. Yep.
Bless you, Jojo.
well, ladies, it's been so much fun just being on this call with you, and the retreat was amazing. But it's been fun for this after call, just to keep up with each other. So I look forward to next year. I really hope it's a time that I can go and just see how much everybody has grown, and just to bring back stories of what we've accomplished and how we've changed and grown, because a lot can happen in a year.
Well, we thank you all so much for joining us in Colorado and joining us for this and allowing us to be a part of of the growth, our growth and your growth.
Yes.
All growing through this for sure. So we thank you. I hope everyone has an amazing holiday. Please post up your visions. And as I get all the presents bought and wrapped up, and I'll post the picture all up so you guys can see.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I like the phantom. There you are.
Yay, sorry. I just pulled the car over. We're now, like, it's 2 miles from my house.
Awesome.
Great.
Oh.
Good to see your face before we go.
Alrighty, girls.
Yay, we love you guys so much, and we appreciate you growing so much. Very cool.
It's been,
Alrighty, everybody.
it's just, we've only just begun. We'll just say
Yeah.
Right?
And Denise, you ought to come. You didn't hear me a minute ago, but yeah, I think it'd be really fun. You could see us all. We could see you.
It sounds fun.
Is anybody wearing your rings? I'm just curious.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Every day. Okay. Awesome.
I have been wearing it every day, but I have it off today.
Yeah, me too. I have it off.
I don't get any reaction from chlorine either, so it's good.
Oh, wow. That's good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
All
Good
right.
night.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Love you all.
Bye.